I've started a new series called Boy Doll Closet, and if you're new to my channel, thanks so much for watching. And if you've seen a few of my videos, you'll notice that my camera angle has changed somewhat. Also, be sure to see the description box. I've written a short explanation about how I'm going to do this series. So let's get started. I'm going to use more recycling fabrics rather than going out and buying all new fabrics. I've got lots on hand. If you're going to sew along with me, you'll need the shorts pattern and the pants pattern, the bottom of the shorts, and just stick those two together. And you'll need the pockets, the cargo pockets. If you're using recycling objects or items, cut out just one piece to start with, and I've turned it to the wrong side, and I've used chalk to trace around my pattern. I've cut out another piece of the fabric, and I put right sides together, and you'll notice the pattern says sew on the red lines before you cut. That's very important, and these are the red lines, so you're sewing both of these curves before you cut. I used my chalk and put a little B so that I'll remember that that's the back of the pants. A word to the beginning sewist: get in a habit of clipping your curves as close as you can to the stitches. It makes your seams lie flat rather than bunching up. And also, you saw me cut on the chalk lines. For the front pockets, I use the lining from the pants pockets to make the lining for the doll's pockets. And I just use the regular pants fabric for the right side of the pants pockets. This will make more sense when I put them onto the pants. For the back pockets, I had to use just the pants pockets for the lining and the upper part of the pockets. And then the side flap, same thing, the pants fabric. Here's a close-up of the side pocket, and you'll see that I sewed all the way around, and then I cut in the back where this line is, and I'm going to pull it through, which is probably the hardest part. Oh, one thing you've got to remember, I almost forgot myself, you've got to cut your corners off, or else you won't have sharp points. So I cut all of those off, not too close. Alright, and I'm going to pull it through. Like that. And I have, I've used tweezers before to pull it through, especially little objects. And this is what you push your cuticles with. That's a nice safe edge to finish up pulling all the fabric to the right side. Okay, and when you get to one of these corners, you carefully push the fabric till you get it as much of a point as possible, and then be sure to give it a good press with your iron. Anyway, that takes a little while to work on, but see, that one is a pretty good point. Okay, I'll finish this. Okay, I did get this turned pretty good. It's not perfect. I'm going to fold down this piece and sew it right across there so it'll look like it's one of those folded down flaps, but I'm going to do that before I sew it onto the pants. Before you sew the pockets onto the pants, make some top stitching on the curved part. You've turned the flaps down, make some top stitches to make it look like flaps. It's not really. And there's the side pocket. And I've given myself a fake seam here, so I'll know about where to place it. Okay, and the back pockets, same thing. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Don't forget you're going to turn down some at the top. And that looks pretty good. Right there. And I'm just going to stitch here. After you sew the pockets on, you're ready to turn it inside out and put the front, pin the front to the back. My fabric is really raveling, so I had to go back and finish off the edges with a zigzag. In the top, I serged it, but you can use it as zigzag. And the hem, I went ahead and serged that, and then hemmed it with a straight stitch. And now I'm ready to sew the inseam. I'll match it and pin it and sew, and then finish off that edge. Okay, we're on the home stretch now. The top is a 1/2 inch hem. The hem at the bottom is less than 1/2 inch, 3/8. And I'm going to put it on my little fella and see how it looks. Here's my little boy. He's so darn cute. And here's the pants. They're a great fit. Here's the back. And you'll notice I don't put any elastic or anything in it. You can if you want to, or you could put a little snap there. But I choose to leave it like it is. Here's his pockets. I think I'll go back and press them one more time. I made a second pair of pants out of a lighter weight fabric. It's actually still recycled from one of my dresses. I recommend a lighter weight for doll clothes. The men's shorts fabric was bulky, especially around the pockets. And this was much easier to work with on a smaller scale. A shout out to Jacob, Maddie, Brooklyn, and Jordan. Thanks for watching.